Hello everybody, this is Pyrowaffle bringing another exciting episode of Shoutcast League of Legends. And first off, I would like to apologize that I didn't upload an episode yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. Due to the fact that I couldn't spectate any games because the tournament was on. But I think the tournament is over now. I finally got back into a spectate game, so here I am recording another episode. I had an episode ready for yesterday, but right when I was rendering it, my recording software didn't record the first 10 minutes of the recording, therefore I had to trash the entire thing, and now I'm getting text messages. Let me silence this. Okay. Who do we have here? For the blue team, we have Kotma, Lee Sin, Karthus, Nidalee, and Alistair. And we have a lot of lag. There we go. And on the blue team, we have Wukong, Hakaris, Twisted Fate, Corki, and Fizz. And the score right now it's 9-20, and the score is 2-1 in favor for the blue team. For everybody who doesn't know how I'm managing my shoutcasts, I will record till the 20-minute mark, where I'm gonna cut off and switch over to the last 5 minutes of the game, so that I don't make those episodes too long. I don't want to make 40 minutes episode. I'm trying to get it around the 20-minute mark. So, also I would like to apologize for my first episode I posted. I got a comment about it saying you had problems to understand me, and it's definitely something you will see I'm gonna try to work on. Of course, we're gonna see a Karthus in mid. Who hasn't seen the tournament? That's something. I haven't watched many games that TSM liked to play Karthus mid, and it was devastating for the opponent, for the opposite team. And we have a Lee Sin that's pretty normal. And we have a Twisted Fate, but this Twisted Fate, it seems like it's supporting Twisted Fate. That's, in my opinion, very interesting. When I was loading in the game, I was expecting him to go mid. But okay, let's see how this goes. I don't want to do false judgment about something I really haven't seen so much. So let's watch and see what happens. And we see right here Lee Sin trying to sneak into the bush, but luckily for red team they had it warded. We have an engagement between Wukong and Nidalee, where Nidalee doesn't really seems to do that good actually. The trade-offs are not in Nidalee's favor, and we see Wukong finally retreated because he realized, hey, they might have a ward in that bush. So let's look at the gold advantage. As you can see, it's a little bit on the favor for blue. It's not too much, it's just a 300 gold difference, and that's really nothing you have to be worried about. Let's see, which button was it? There we go. Okay, as we can see, blue has just one ward. Red is clearly better warded than blue. Map awareness in those games is very, very important. And red is gonna get ready to take dragon, and if they do, it will then give them the lead in gold advantage. See right here, they waited for the. What are they? Yeah, they waited for the timing for blue bottom lane to go back or maybe get golems, and right when that happened, they just went straight to dragon. And I'm not even sure if blue is aware of that red just took dragon. I think they actually thought the bottom lane took back to buy. And I think at that point they realized, wait a second, they just came from river. They most likely just took dragon. Well, they did. Let's look at the champion a little bit closer. We have Corki, Fizz, and Twisted Fate on the red team, who are not really that tanky. So they're gonna rely on Wukong and Hecarim to take the damage later in team fights. While on the blue team, we have Alistair, and I count Lee Sin in there too, because Lee Sin is pretty much a bruiser to tank the damage. While they have yeah, well, even Nidalee builds pretty tanky. So in favor of health, it is gonna favor blue team. They have the more tanky characters. And we can see that red now took the actually only a 100 gold advantage over the blue team. So this game is pretty even. Unfortunately, I cannot go back to see the few kills because I joined in too late. But let's see what happens. And we see right here the trades are actually pretty even on top lane. Wukong has to be careful. But here comes the ignite on Nidalee. It's gonna stop him from healing and his ultimate. And does the ignite? No. Wukong is gonna flash after Nidalee to finish off. Good play of Wukong. Using that ignite to keep Nidalee from healing herself with a heal. Very smart move. And especially because blue was aware of that Wukong was in bottom lane. So it was a perfect timing to dive the turret. If we look at the minion farm, we have Karthus 130 with a Fizz with 114. Fizz a little bit behind, but we can see the kill. He is ahead with the kill. So it's gonna, the gold's gonna favor. Actually, is it? Where's that tab? Fortunately, I actually don't know right now. There it is. We're gonna see that Fizz has a 600 gold advantage over the Karthus. You see again, it's a nice dive, nice trade-off between the two teams. Ooh, wait, I wanna see this again. What happened here? Red team, again, they know that Alistar's there, and they do so much damage in that short time. Getting Alistar so low. Alistar ran in one more time, that was really unnecessary. And ended up costing Alistar his life. Does he? Wait, does he actually gonna die? No, his heal is gonna save him. And he comes the ultimate of Karthus, finishing off Twisted Fate. And that Corgi is not able to do anything. And almost actually get killed because he got that turret hit. He had to use Flash to not get hit by Kog'Maw's ultimate. But we missed another fight in mid lane. Let's go back and see this too. After the ultimate of Karthus, we see the dive from Fizz onto Karthus. He comes literally from behind and easily finish off Fizz. Nice play of blue teams, saving bottom lane and getting a kill on mid. But even though the blue team still has a 2-kill advantage, we see that both teams are really even in gold. This can just mean that red team is just better in farming. And if you look at the minion kills, we have oh god, we have a gang coming up in bottom lane, but nobody's there really to help out Hecarim. He has to be careful. There comes the knock from Alistar, knocks him back to save his carry. But let's compare the both carries. We have 116 to the 117, 118, which is even. Then we have the two junglers, where Hecarim is ahead, even though he has his death with the two. You know what? Let's just look at the gold tab and compare the gold income of both teams. It is basically if red wouldn't have gotten the dragon early in the game, they would have been fallen behind. That just shows the importance of taking dragon even early. It's all about timing. If you see bottom lane moving back, doing something, or maybe even see the jungler and top lane ganking, that's the right timing to say, hey, call your jungler over, take dragon. You see that the Lee Sin already gotten oracles, and early oracles in the game. He's probably aware of that the red team is warding quite a lot. Smart move on that Lee Sin. Only problem is he has to be careful now not to lose it, or it's gonna be 400 gold to waste. See another engagement between Fizz and Karthus, and is Karthus gonna ultimate? Does he have it? No, it's still on cooldown. That's unfortunate for that Karthus actually. The red team has to be careful now. I mean, mid team doesn't seems to go too well for the red teams. Blue team is just doing very good right now. Even took top turret, what gives now Nidalee more free movement to move around lane. But we see right here Wukong finding that Nidalee teleporting, stopping her, and now that Nidalee has to run. She's gonna have the speed buff from the bush, and that ignite almost got her, but she barely got away. It is very hard to chase down Nidalee, especially when she was in the bush. She gets the speed buff from that passive. And we see a large engagement on bottom lane. Lee Sin comes to help out the carry. He comes to open off Karthus, which is gonna turn this into... Basically, it make that 3 versus 3 engagement to a 4 versus 3. Here comes Fizz trying to help out that Corki, but was in the end too late. Now he's trying to make something up. Here comes Lee Sin to support that Alistar. And Dragon is back up. It's a good timing right now for blue to take Dragon. Red team has to retreat. They lost that engagement. They lost their carry. And this is an easy Dragon for blue team. What's gonna give him the edge in this game? Red team is gonna get itself in a very difficult spot in the game. They're slowly more and more falling behind in farm. That Fizz right now retreating from that Lee Sin. He knows that the enemy team is probably close by and he shouldn't engage on him. If you look at the turret damage, they're all about halfway down. So there is no any turret soon for the red team. They need to do something. They are falling behind and it's not good for the enemy's red team. Nidalee now starting to roam in the red jungle. Must be very frustrating for that jungling Hecarim. What is actually something I may should address. I personally play jungle. If I play with my friends, I tend to play jungle. It is my favorite position in the game. And well, that's just unfortunate. The red pink ward just being there, especially when she was in the bush. She gets the speed buff from that passive. And we see a large engagement on bottom lane. Lee Sin comes to help out the carry. He comes to open off Karthus, which is gonna turn this into... Basically, it make that 3 versus 3 engagement to a 4 versus 3. Here comes Fizz trying to help out that Corki, but was in the end too late. Now he's trying to make something up. Here comes Lee Sin to support that Alistar. And Dragon is back up. It's a good timing right now for blue to take Dragon. Red team has to retreat. They lost that engagement. They lost their carry. And this is an easy Dragon for blue team. What's gonna give him the edge in this game? Red team is gonna get itself in a very difficult spot in the game. They're slowly more and more falling behind in farm. That Fizz right now retreating from that Lee Sin. He knows that the enemy team is probably close by and he shouldn't engage on him. If you look at the turret damage, they're all about halfway down. So there is no any turret soon for the red team. They need to do something. They are falling behind and it's not good for the enemy's red team. Nidalee now starting to roam in the red jungle. Must be very frustrating for that jungling Hecarim. What is actually something I may should address. I personally play jungle. If I play with my friends, I tend to play jungle. It is my favorite position in the game. And well, that's just unfortunate. The red pink ward just being there. And we see another engagement. Wait, I wanna see this. Seems like the Hecarim was trying to invade the blue's jungle. No, actually he was going bottom trying to gank blue team. Got cut off by the Lee Sin, and then the Nidalee just moved right behind him. Just bad timing for that Hecarim to be there. But red team is still gonna move bottom. It seems like they're still gonna try to turret dive. The Alistar using his ultimate to try to tank as much damage as possible, but that 3-man gank was in the end just too strong. Red, actually I missed that. Blue actually got mid-turret. So they are now 2 turrets ahead. And we see the 3k gold advantage for blue team. And the 3 kills ahead as well. I joined this game, what I said, 9 minutes. Let's go 50 minutes from then. So I'm gonna film this to the 24th minute before I cut to the last 5 minutes of the game. See another engagement from Wukong. Jump, hit, and then using his ultimate. This time didn't have ignite. And the fact Nidalee got more and more tanky, so that Wukong doesn't get that dangerous for her anymore. Wukong has to be careful that now that he doesn't have his ultimate, Nidalee easily could jump on him. And we see that right here, actually cut off the Wukong this time. Using her, actually the trade-off is not in favor of Nidalee. Nidalee actually has to retreat, she cannot take Wukong by itself. But Wukong still doesn't have a turret, so he has to be careful does he for the enemy's team, that he doesn't get attacked from behind. And we see Nidalee again walking into in the red team's jungle, like she owns the place. And the jungle is for Nidalee a safe spot to be. There are so many bushes where she can get that movement buff, and if she's seen, it's easy for her to jump over walls to escape. So the fact that she got that early top turret and makes it possible for her to start roaming, she's most likely gonna start roaming in the top jungle, where she has the upper hand. Not a good spot for the red team to be. It seems to get... We're still kinda in lane phase. We see that there's a lot of switching going on right now. Fizz coming down again. Engaging on that Lee Sin. I think he finally realized that he can most likely take that Lee Sin on. And we see it right here. Comes the ultimate of Karthus again, giving this huge team advantage. That Lee Sin barely surviving using his shield. And actually getting the double. Actually it's getting... No! Corki barely got away. Actually he's still not out of the game. Here comes Karthus, but the Hecarim comes to the rescue, but the Hecarim just melting to that Karthus. And tries to save himself, rushing towards the turret with his ultimate, but get cut off by the Alistar and finally killed. That red team just at a bad spot, and there might be a surrender coming soon. I'm not sure, but I feel it in the air that that red team is not gonna play for much longer. That's something I like though about professional gameplay when I always watch it. Professional gamers never surrender, even if they're in a really bad spot. They always play till the end. Something you don't really see too often. If a team falls behind in a normal game, they're like, you know what, I don't want to waste my time. Let's just surrender right here, right now. Sometimes very sad, because I've seen amazing comebacks and done them myself, where we come out of a 0-10 situation and still able to beat them in the end because of superior play. And again, that Nidalee is just roaming the top jungle and having it so under control. That Hecarim must be so frustrated. I'm kinda lucky I'm not able to see the... it would be kinda interesting. The team chat to see who they're gonna blame. It's just not enough damage. Here comes actually the ultimate of Fizz on the Alistar. Actually, are they gonna be able to? No, they actually have to retreat. Here comes the blue team moving after trying to help the team. That Fizz now dying too, but the Corki able to shut down Karthus. But they have to retreat, waiting for Karthus to finally die off. So we have a 2-2 situation. 2 for 2. They actually broke even in that team fight. We see the Twisted Fate ultimate coming here. They know exactly where the enemy's team is. Are they gonna do something? No. Actually, they know that the Kog'Maw is right behind the enemy's line. I don't know why they didn't just go for the Kog'Maw. Probably because he was too close to turret. But the Twisted Fate going for their bottom base turret, bottom front turret, trying to defend it. And now blue team trying to go for the dragon. Seems like red doesn't really know what's going on. That means it's another free dragon for blue team. And we see the 5k gold advantage for blue team. And red's still in the situation that they can't really ward. They cannot ward their the jungle or anything because that Lee Sin is running around with his oracles, just destroying every single ward red team places. We saw early on that red team really was good in warding their plays, the jungle, enemy's jungle, their own lanes, playing smart. But now that oracles kinda destroyed that advantage the red team had over the blue. And we just see that jungle advantage, just having the enemy's jungle under control gives you such an edge in the game. Look at the wards. They have Baron warded, they have this entrance to their one jungle warded, they have the enemy's ramp warded, and the top entrance in the jungle warded as well. No matter where they're at, even in their own jungle, they're gonna be seen, and they know, blue team know what is going on. Here right there, red team is trying to go for their own jungle, literally just standing there, just waiting to get it. And here she comes, actually stealing the red team's red right under the carry's nose. That must be very, very discouraging for the red team, especially for the Corki. Their buff just gets stolen. Who has actually Sin has their own red buff. Buff control is so important. Actually, blue team signalizing they wanna take Baron soon. Here we see the engagement from Fizz on the enemy's blue team, but Fizz just melting, getting finished off by Nidalee. Here falls, who was that? Was it Hecarim? Just dying in all the blue's enemy's line, and red team just melting towards the blue team. Let's go back and watch this entire field temp once again. I'm gonna slow down. Here we just wait. Here comes the Fizz just in a second. Here comes the stun cut and the dive from Wukong. And Fish just trying to follow it up. But this entire team just standing behind, letting this Fish just diving them. And he takes so much damage in such short time. He's gonna get finished off by Nidalee. No Hecarim in the middle of the enemy's blue team just died. They got Karthus, but Karthus uses his ultimate with his passive to do so much damage. The blue has such a damage advantage. Look at that. There was an ace for one. And that probably means a surrender vote for red team right coming up right now. Let's just wait for it. Are they gonna surrender? Huh. Okay, they're not. So let me just cut to the last couple minutes of the game. It's already 28 minutes in the game. So I see you guys in a little bit. So here we are at the 29 minute and 23 seconds mark. Not too far ahead of where I actually stopped recording. We're gonna see blue team just pushing middle lane. And we have another big team fight coming up, so let's walk into it. You can see the gold lead of the blue team. And right here, blue team is just gonna. Is it right here? I'm not sure. Yes, blue team is just gonna push red team from their own turret away. Just easily trying to take it. They actually get Lee Sin right here with a stun card, but he's just gonna go for one of his allies trying to safety. And we see the tower dive from Karthus and see how easily blue team is able to deal so much damage on the enemy's red team. Here comes the ultimate of Wukong, but in the end it was just too late. And suicidal Karthus just went in there and dealt as much damage as possible, and that's what the team needed. And now red team lost their next turret. Here comes Corki, has to use his escape to get out of that. And Tristan actually get hit by the Nullius Spear. Nulli dives in to get that ignite on him to finish off Tristan's fate. And at this point, it's a free run for the blue team for the enemy's Nexus. And we see this amazing warding right here, very important for the advantage of the game. Actually, no, it's not. It was just a joke. And we see an amazing base dive from Alistar, but not doing anything. And blue team won right here. What can I say? The dragon for the red team got them kinda back in the game, but it was superior gameplay that basically won the blues team. They made the smarter decisions. That early oracles destroying all the enemy's wards helped blue team quite a lot. Very good game. Enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys liked it too, and if so, then just press the little like button at the bottom of my video. If you'd like to see more, press on subscription button, and I will upload every other day. I upload another Shoutcast. And don't forget, every subscriber gets a free gift basket, so I see you guys next time.